What is up everyone, and welcome to some more F1 22 My Team career mode. Last time out we were at the Monaco Grand Prix and it went just about fine. We qualified 5th, we finished 5th, and nothing happened. So if you missed that one, cool, you didn't miss much. This time we're going to be at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and this is one of my favourite tracks on the F1 calendar. I always do particularly well here. I've been known to give some very strong performances from time to time, so I'm hoping to follow that one up with at the very least a podium, but hopefully maybe a win or something to that description. You know, if we can get first or second, that would be ideal. If we lose out to Porsche, then I won't be too disappointed, but anyone else, and I would think we probably should have beaten them. So yeah, I'm gonna be giving as much of a go of it as I can. You know, I always give 110% around here. The castle section in particular is a part of the Formula 1 calendar that I have absolutely mastered at this point. I always go well through there, and yeah, I'm just hoping that the rest of the track will be all right for me as well, in the hopes that we can, you know, deliver a strong result and hopefully continue to extend our lead in the Drivers' Championship, which at the moment is around 50 points or so, I think. I don't know exactly what the margin is, but yeah, we're out in front by a long way over the likes of Norris and Perez. I think are the two closest drivers to me at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully keep delivering good results, and eventually we will be able to claim the Drivers' Championship, hopefully with a race or two to spare this time around. Last year we left it a bit late to get it done, and it was quite a stressful endeavour, but fortunately Leclerc bottled it in the final race, which helped us out a bit. But yeah, this time we are having a much stronger start to the season than we had last time out. P8 in practice, it felt okay, but you can see I'm a second off Perez on the same compound of tyre. That didn't fill me full of confidence. Hopefully we can deliver a stronger performance than that in qualifying. But yeah, it wasn't looking super optimistic after practice, but it's only practice. You can't read too much from it. So I'm just hoping that we can, yeah, like I said, give a better account of ourselves come race day and come qualifying day as well. Like I said, you could see there we were leading the championship by quite a lot. We've also saved up a lot of resource points already. So I'm thinking if any regulation changes come in over the course of the season, we should be more than equipped to deal with those. And yeah, we're just looking at saving up as much as we can to make sure that we don't get caught out by one of those. I have seen it happen before, where people, you know, will shut down departments to save money and things like that, and they'll stop generating resource points, and then come the end of the season, it's like, whoops, I accidentally lost all of my parts, and now we're far and away the worst car on the grid, with a lot to do to cover off the teams around us. So anyway, we're in qualifying now. Our first flying lap was good enough for a 140.0, and you can see that we were slower than an Alfa Romeo. So we're going to need a significant improvement if we want to find our way into Q2 rather. You can see that Russell went over a second faster than me on that occasion. We are significantly up though. We're currently lying in P20, but you know, I would like to think that when we're making a 5/10 improvement, hopefully that would be enough to get us out of the drop zone. We just have the final straight to go now. You can see that we are slightly gaining. I guess we had a better exit from those corners than we did in the previous lap. And yeah, hopefully this should be a good enough improvement. Across the line, it's a 139.4, and I'm thinking that should be good enough. It's not. Wow, okay. We are out in Q1. When was the last time that happened? I actually don't know. We didn't even get eliminated in Q1 in Monaco last year when we had a dire result, if I remember correctly. Actually, no, I think we did, didn't we? So that would be the last time that it happened. Wow, okay. And the worst part was, if we had improved by even a couple of hundredths, we would have been through, but we would have knocked out our teammate. So the team is absolutely nowhere this weekend by the looks of things. That is astonishing. And yeah, we have a lot to do before race day now. We have to do so much in the race just to even get back into the points. This is a track you can overtake at, but it's also a very traction reliant track, and you know if you've watched any of my videos, that I really struggle for traction compared to the AI. I do a lot better on circuits that don't require so much traction. It's the reason why this was one of the worst tracks when the traction glitch was still a thing. I'm speechless. I cannot believe we're out in Q. You know, we had a podium here just a few years ago, and we've gone from podium contenders here in backmarker cars to being out in Q1 in the fastest car on the grid. It's a testament to how much the AI have improved, I guess, but still, that's astonishing. Anyway, enough speechlessness from me. It's time to get into the race.
To you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku, and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners, and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. The Baku city circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers, and it's made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to a catastrophic consequence for any one of our drivers. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Théo Pourchaire lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Sainz, Perez, Gasly, Russell, and Alex Albon, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Esteban Ocon, and Tsunoda, Stroll, Robinson, Nicholas Latifi, and Mick Schumacher, Schwartzman, Joe, Magnussen, and Christian Lundgaard. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat is Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching out for as they head into turn 1?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn 1 as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
It's going to be tough to keep that momentum going. A Schumacher penalty has promoted us 1 position up the order, but still, we are going to have to make 6 overtakes in this race to even get a point, never mind a good amount of points. You know, P5 is sort of the minimum I would be aiming for in most of these races. That's been my worst result of the season so far in races I've finished, was a P5 at Monaco. And I was kind of hoping that I could keep that as my worst result of the season, but it's kind of looking like this is going to be... I think based on how much I know I struggle to keep pace with the AI around here, usually, I was really relying on qualifying to be strong for me. The only solace we've got here as a team is that Pourchaire is on pole, which means hopefully we can still pick up big team points, even if I'm not personally making a contribution. Anyway, we're lined up on the grid and the lights come on. And the lights go out, and we're on the soft tyres, so it's to be expected that we had a pretty good start, and we did just that. We've already got up ahead of Stroll, and we're trying to dive up the inside of this Alpine of Esteban Ocon as well, and I think he's going to probably battle us back in the traction zone, and indeed I try and go up the inside here of Tsunoda, but we can't quite find it. We have to leave room for Ocon there, not shove him into the wall, and that's going to give him the run on me. We got pinched to the inside of that corner, and that just meant that we unfortunately had to lose out to Ocon on that occasion. I was thinking about potentially going around his outside, but we couldn't quite do it. Stroll was looking at going up my inside, but thinks better of it, and now we're going to have the inside to the following corner. We're also going to go up the inside of Tsunoda there, who kind of gets bullied to the outside by me. And yeah, we're up into P14, so we make up a couple places off the start, but we're still going to have a lot to do if we want to even get back into the points. We're going to get past these 2 Alpines, and then it's Piastri and Albon are the next 2 cars after that. Ocon going up the inside of his teammate there, and maybe up the inside of Piastri as well. They're going to go wheel to wheel. Someone's going to have to back out before the castle section, and it ends up being Esteban Ocon. And yeah, there was no way that 2 people can make it through there. Apparently, the tightest part of the castle section is 3 car widths wide. But I would love to see a 3-way battle going into, or even a 2-way battle going into the castle section. It just doesn't seem possible. I overestimate my braking zone there, and as a result, I have to take to the runoff area to avoid going into Alonso, and just make sure I don't get any floor damage. We can't do that again, or we're going to be in real trouble. And you can see that I'm already falling out of DRS range of Alonso as a result of that incident. I just needed to brake a tad earlier, but that downhill braking zone is one of the hardest braking points to judge, in my opinion. I always feel like I can brake later than I can, and if you brake too late, you will find yourself understeering into the barrier on the outside. And it's not just me that does it, because you've seen, I'm sure, clips of the AI doing it all the time in other people's career modes as well. I remember it was notorious. I think it was my first season when we had a race here. In practice, I witnessed 8 cars DNF, most of them on that corner, or on the glitchy tyre barrier, which now seems to be mostly fixed, from what I understand. So yeah, it's been a strange one, but it seems like a lot of that is ironed out. I still see it occasionally with cars understeering into the barriers here and DNFing, but it's nowhere near as common as it was when the game first released, like 7 months ago now. Can you believe it? We're actually, no, wait, 9 months ago. Yeah, we're actually getting pretty close to the new game, F1 23. I know I'm personally excited for it because I mean, this game is my life. You know, I play this game basically at the amount of time that you would expect someone to commit to doing a full-time job. So yeah, it's a lot, and so I'm just hoping that that F1 23 can continue delivering on what the previous games have delivered so far. Obviously, this game was a bit poor during its initial release, and there's still you know, a multitude of multiplayer issues, but generally speaking, I think that it's improved a lot from where it was when it first released, and I hope they can take the lessons they learned from that for F1 23 as well. Anyway, we're kind of rambling on as we moved through lap 2 there, and we're under pressure now from Mick Schumacher behind, and yeah, I'm just hoping that I can keep him behind. We don't want to go backwards in this race. We want to try and close down these Alpines up front, but I just seem to not be able to get within DRS range of them at the moment, and I think this is going to invite Schumacher into to potentially try and get at me over the course of over the run down to the first corner of lap 4. He goes up my inside, and we're just a complete sitting duck. You know, if I was going to be burning more battery than that, we would be running out of battery very quickly, so I had to make a decision there. Did I want to run out of battery and then eventually have him overtake me on a later lap? We'll just get out of the way now. And I thought, well, if we sit behind him, we got a better chance of overtaking him later. But you can see he's already driving away. And then Mark says that apparently there's some kind of issue. I honestly, when I saw that come up, I was kind of not cheering it on, obviously, because it makes our life a little bit harder later on with grid penalties and things like that. But I certainly was thinking, if we're going to have a DNF at any point, I would much rather it be when we're running in 15th and looking like we have absolutely no pace, as opposed to when we're running in the points and in a strong position. And indeed, you can see there that it is a mechanical failure, some kind of engine incident. I discovered later on it was actually ICE failure, which ironically we were going to change the ICE next race anyway. So yeah, kind of we didn't really lose anything as a result of this DNF, apart from saving the rest of my engine components in an uncompetitive race. You know, I don't want to do that Lewis Hamilton excuse that's like, oh, you know, if I'm not running in the top 3, we might as well save the engine, man. Like, but yeah, that's kind of how I looked at it. And then something very weird happened. Instead of retiring off track, we decided to go over the curb and drive straight into the barrier in front. I'll admit here, I used a few flashbacks just to see if there was any way that I could not plow into the wall when my car was... Yeah, he's right. It was completely out of my control. I'm not controlling the car here. The car's just retiring from the Grand Prix automatically. And yeah, there's no way that I could have avoided the car just crashing into the wall. I tried it 4 times. I won't show you the final one, but yeah, there was no way to avoid that. So hopefully they don't throw that one back in my face later on as a me mistake, because that was not in my control whatsoever.
Yet another incredible Grand Prix weekend. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
The faces on our top 3 look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
And finally, after almost a season and a half driving for our team, Théo Pourchaire picks up his first win, and I'm not even there to see it. Well, I guess you could argue I got a better view of it because I was not actually on the racetrack. I got to watch him win the race from the comfort of the garage, and yeah, massive congratulations to him. Maybe he's starting to come good in this season of My Team Career Mode. Who knows? Maybe we should keep him after all.
Well, that lead at the top has somewhat shrunk today. Let's have a look then at the driver's standings. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Théo Pourchaire gets my vote today.
Let's move on to the constructors. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Well, not too bad a weekend in the end. We're still comfortably leading the constructor standings and comfortably leading the driver standings as well. So I can't really see too much of an issue with that. It just meant I didn't have to peter around in 15th for the whole race, not overtaking anyone and feeling like crap. Pretty much the only way that we would have been able to make any kind of gain in that race is if there was a safety car, I think. And even then, it would have been dubious as to whether we got points or not, I think. So yeah, as far as DNFs go, and also we got all of the sponsor bonuses as well. So yeah, as far as DNFs go, I think I can't really be too disappointed with that one. That's probably the best one we've had in my entire career for lack of outcome from it. So yeah, not exactly the best way to have a Grand Prix weekend go, but not too bad. But that is going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.